Hello everyone, welcome on in. I'm Velvet. Thanks for joining me today in Mars Attracts. I want to thank Keymailer for the free review copy of this game. I'm excited to check it out. It's a park builder game, so this is right up my alley. I love these kinds of games. I haven't played it before. This is going to be my first look at the game. Let's check it out and see what we're in for when Mars attracts. First Frontiers. Learn the ropes in a spacious valley situated between the rolling hills of the Martian countryside. Ooh, well, let's go do it. Caretaker Nalek. Ah, you must be the new general manager. It's about time. I've been waiting for you to show up. Welcome to Mars's first ever human-themed tourist attraction. Oh, I love that flip. That's cool. HQ has high hopes for this place, though now that I see you, maybe I'll let them know to temper their expectations. Rude. Humans may bring in the crowds, but remember, they're slippery creatures. While their enclosed brains may seem small and undeveloped to us, research has shown them to be surprisingly adept at subterfuge. I did inform the board it would take a cunning mind experienced in business and human relations, but, well, here you are. So we're going to move the camera with WASD. Or drag the right mouse button. Okay, rotate the camera using Q and E, or drag with the middle mouse button. Fantastic. And zoom using the mouse wheel. Oh man, I'm just such a pro at this already. Alright, now the park is looking pretty barren, and no one wants to come to an empty park. Place a human enclosure. I'm sorry. Love that. I just love this. Near the park entrance, then install some windows for guests to admire the humans from. That should liven things up. That is kind of like a human zoo, which I think is awesome. And the reason that I thought this game would be a lot of fun is it reminds me of another game that I've played, which is, it's a game called SteamWorld Build, and I've played that a bit. And I absolutely loved it, and it's just very, I think, similar in terms of setup to that. So if you've ever played SteamWorld Build, I feel like this would be something that you'll be really interested in. Plus, I've played like all the Roller Coaster Tycoon series. Theme park building is, oh, I love it. So this excites me, and I love the twist on like aliens running the park, and it's humans that are the attractions. That's so cool. Okay, so we need to place a human enclosure near the park entrance. So enclosures and ancient Rome. Ooh. So we need a footprint. Okay, click and drag to place the enclosure. Ooh, fancy. So then what do we need to do? Walls and doors. So secure entrance to allow staff to enter and exit human enclosures must be placed within sections of the wall. Ah, alright. So we can maybe place that around the side. I wonder if I should have done it. Can you Control Z undo it? No. I was just wondering whether or not I should have done it like so it's closer to the path. Anyway. And then we need to add in some windows so that the aliens can see the humans. Ooh, fun. I wonder how we can do a path. Okay, so that takes a little while to do. Build 4 windows within the enclosure. Alright. Maybe have a couple on this side. I'm going to go extra. We'll go the extra mile and build 5. Okay, with it. Launch an expedition. Time to acquire. Oh my gosh. You have to go and abduct people. Oh. Can I do any? I want to fix my paving. Oh. I can't do it yet. Okay. Time to acquire some exhibits. The acquisition center near the park entrance enables us to launch expeditions to Earth from the acquisitions menu. I think it might be these things, maybe? Each expedition offers humans and or decor from the relevant habitat to add to your collection. Start an expedition now. Okay, so we go up here, we go up to acquisitions. And we're going back to ancient Rome to abduct some humans. Ah, so that has a cost and it takes an hour. Alright. Interesting. Abduction expedition started. That's fantastic. Expeditions take a little while, so while we wait for them to return, let's get the park ready for some quests. Guests each have their own preferences and needs, and the park will require a variety of amenities to keep them happy. Check out the paths and terrains and amenities menu for available building options. Oh great, I can do some paths. That's perfect. That's what I wanted to have. I like to have wider paths just because, you know, then you can, if you get like crowds of people, it does make it easier and more roomy, you know, to get around. So drag out more paths for quests. Okay, done that. And we'll add in a little path along here. I might go like all the way around. I don't know how this is going to be set up. The thing with these kind of games is that I always get like really paranoid about early setup because I think to myself, well, you know, if I set it up wrong, like quite often you need like certain things near certain things to make it all work, particularly if you have to build like residential areas and stuff. And then, you know, you have your commercial areas and I get really annoyed when it's not perfectly set up so I don't have all of the things in an area, so then I go back and restart it all over again and then I just get nowhere because I do that all the time. Okay, now we need to place 5 benches for guests, so we're going to do that from the amenities menu. Scroll down and look, we've got some rest. This reminds me, it's a different format, but it does remind me a little bit in terms of like, you know, things like Planet Zoo and yeah, games like that, just because. How do we rotate? No, I know how to rotate the screen. How do I rotate the item? Yeah, so it does remind me a little bit of those sorts of games as well. And, there we go. So it's R for rotate. Doi. So it does, like, yeah, remind me of, you know, setting up a new thing. And do they need to go? They need to go on. Okay. All right. So they need to go on the brown area. So maybe a couple over here. How many do we need? 5. Extra mile. I'm going to go 6. So then we need to build 3 toilets for guests. 3. How much will they need to go to the toilet? Because there's like only one thing here. It's a lot of toilets. Okay. So this is going to be our entrance, which makes sense. So let's have a toilet in beside there. And I reckon a toilet in beside here. And a toilet in beside here. It seems like an excessive amount of toilets for such a small space. But hey, what do I know? Yay! Build 3 toilets for guests. Some buildings require power or water to function. Install a water generator using the utilities menu, then install water pipes to connect it to the toilet. Utility generators and facility buildings aren't much to look at, so try and keep them out of sight of guests to maintain the park's aesthetic appeal. Ooh. I hope they tell me how to do that. So we need to build a water generator. So we go into utilities and water generator, small one. How much money have we got? 171. Okay. So where does this need to go? I don't know, but I'm assuming we need to have pipes of some sort running from it. So then we've got to connect the toilets to a water source. So I think this is the water pipe, right? And then, are these underground? Don't look underground. Okay. But maybe I'm not understanding how that's looking. Because this is all kind of faded and blue, so I feel like maybe it is underground. Oh. I see. Okay, that's cool. Ooh. So let's connect this one. I'll read that in a second. I'm going to connect all the toilets. Oh, it looks like you need to have multiple water generators to get enough power to loop those around. So if we go water generator, why make us build 3 toilets and then not give us instructions for powering all of those? So you're not going to have... Oh, there we go. Okay. I was going to say, you're not going to have enough power to get the water where it needs to go, but when you've got all three on there. So you definitely need a water generator per toilet. So I feel like you'd need like a whole section for just that. Now for the main event. Humans. Despite their tiny brains, humans are believed to have complex emotions and needs. That's why we've created a safe, secure enclosure to house them in. It has walls, a floor, everything a human needs to survive and thrive. Open the acquisitions inventory menu to select a human and then drop it within the enclosure. Okay, acquisitions, inventory. Okay, we've got numbers, so we go, what view? And place human. Okay, so we can go back into here and go like view and place human. So we've got to wait for our humans to arrive. This is hilarious, I love it. Humans are a fickle species, so it's worth keeping an eye on them. If they become unhappy, who knows what damage they might cause. Click on the humans to inspect it, and then navigate to the happiness tab to see how it's getting on. So click on the human to inspect it, and then you click on the happiness menu. Okay. It seems like this one is getting hungry. Humans seem to like decor and food from their original habitat. Why they prefer that to contemporary Martian cuisine is beyond me, but then who really knows what makes these things tick? To build inside enclosures, first open the enclosures menu on the left, select the relevant enclosure type, then drop in a food source for the human. That should cheer it up. Okay, so we go enclosures, and we go ancient Rome. Amenities? Hunger. Is that like a food trough? Alright. It's a trough for food. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, I just love the concept behind this. I was not expecting that. I wasn't really sure what I was expecting, but I was expecting it was going to be aliens because, you know, Mars attracts. But I thought, yeah, I don't know what I thought, but I wasn't expecting them to have abducted humans and that we get to abduct humans, and those are the displays. That was not what I was expecting, like more theme park in a Mars theme. But it's not, and it's awesome. It is called a food trough. Awesome. Dispensers like the food trough have limited capacity and will need to be restocked from a storehouse. There are two types of storehouses, one for human goods and one for Martian products. We wouldn't want any contamination from the slop that these creatures eat. Build a human storehouse from the facilities menu, then hire a porter to run goods to the human's enclosure. So I feel like you kind of need like a back section to the park. Like this is the display section, and then you have the back section, which is all of the things that make it run. This is what it kind of feels like to me anyhow. So this is all our water over here. We might just make this kind of our back section. So we need to go here into facilities. This is very, like the way that's kind of laid out in a way does kind of remind me of Planet Zoo a little bit. Very different in terms of, you know, style. Blah, blah, blah. Very different in terms of style. But yeah, in terms of like some of the way the menu's kind of done, bits and pieces like that. I do play a lot of Planet Zoo, so familiar with it. So human storehouse small. All right, so we'll rotate that round. Does this need to be attached to a road? I don't know. I feel like I want to attach it to a road, so I'm going to attach it to a road. You know, these might be I don't even know what these are. What are those? Oh, that's the acquisition center, and that's the research center. Okay. Sure, we'll get to the research center in a minute. So then we need to hire a porter. So this is the hiring section up here. So we've got hiring, research, and acquisition. So that's kind of like our background action menu. Got it. Look at them. Porters, security, scientists. Yeah, this is very reminiscent of Planet Zoo in a way. I did not expect it to be like that. Porters. Porters handle the heavy lifting, transporting goods to where they need to be. You can also assign porters to the acquisition center to assist with expeditions. So we have Macaque Akka will occasionally vomit spontaneously. and increases bonus probability for expeditions by 100%. So this is a guy, or this is an entity that that would be good for expeditions, but we're looking for a porter. And then we've got Macnyak. Expeditions acquire 30% more decor. Akatarak. Expeditions cost 20% more. Okay. Axon Yolak reduces expedition duration by 30%, and Yolak Axon no additional things. So there isn't really any advantage to any of these for expedition for being just a porter, but I think I might just get something that's good for expeditions. What about this one here? Although I kind of think the occasionally vomit spontaneously is pretty funny. Increased bonus probability for expeditions. Let's just get him. Okay, we're going to hire Mr. Vomity. So select the location to place your new member of staff. Alright. Click on the storehouse and assign a porter. Staff, porter, and Makakaka. Alright. Heading to the human storehouse. That should keep the human fed at least. I think it's time to let some guests in to see our handiwork. You can open the park from the park management menu at the top. Alright. What have we got here? So we've got rating, park value, daily profit, guest happiness, human, security. So it's basically our overview, and we can just change from open to closed. Alright. We are now open for business. And wait for guests to arrive. Oh look, there's a guest. Can't zoom in too far. Oh dear, there's like something in the enclosure there. I wonder if that's poop. I do wonder if that's poop. I wish you could go down a little bit closer and see them a little bit closer, but can't quite get in that far. But look at them, they're all like loving it. Different guests will enjoy different aspects of human behavior. Happy humans will boost a guest's culture need, while stressed humans boost their cruelty need. You can click on an enclosure window to see what guests are experiencing at any given time. Okay, so you can sort of see some of their needs there. Park entry overall, and this is like the environment that they want, so they probably want more cruelty. If a guest is particularly impressed, they may choose to donate to the park via a donation box. These are a key source of income for the park, so we should probably build some now. That's a good idea. So we'll scroll down there and donate. Rotate. Put that by the... Yeah, it needs to go on the ground, so toilets. So build 2 donation boxes and raise 50... I'm just going to call them dollars from donations. I'll put another one over here. Alright, let's see. Yes! Oh, we already raised money! Oh, brilliant! Oh! Somebody's done something disgusting over there. Ugh. Well, that's kind of gross. One way to entertain guests and encourage more donations is to run experiments on humans within the enclosure. Experiments also give you research points, which you can use to unlock perks and rides for the park and permanent knowledge for the human habitat. To conduct experiments, you'll first need an observation post within the enclosure. Build one now and hire a scientist to run it. Enclosure. Ancient Rome. What are we building? An observation post. Facilities? Observation post. So research facility that enables biology experiments when staffed by scientists. Max 1 observation post per enclosure. Okay. And that's worth 2,000. Let's put that, I think, around the back. So then we need to hire a scientist and place them in the enclosure. So I think that'll be under hiring, right? And scientist. Ooh. Scientists lead our efforts to increase our understanding of humans, running experiments and managing observation posts, assigned to the research centre to provide perks across all experiments. So we have Chris Martian, which has a signing fee increased by plus 100%. Mac Natak reduces human required for experiments by 50%. Well, that seems quite handy. Axon Nyack decreases experiment duration by 30%. Martin Scorsese. Martian? No! Martian Scorsese, no advantage. And Akari and Naktak increases a building's beauty when assigned. You know what? I think Natak is the one to go for, because it reduces the humans required for experiments by 50%. So I feel like that might be good. And we'll go put them in there. So then we need to click on the observation post and assign the staff. Okay. Awesome. There are 3 types of observation posts and 3 corresponding types of research points: biology, physics, and chemistry. Each observation post provides unique experiments to generate research points featuring different pros and cons. As an added benefit, guests love watching experiments. Humans, not so much. Run an experiment from Research Experiments menu now. You can watch the experiment unfold in the human enclosure. Okay, research. This one here. Durability test. Okay. So... oh my gosh. Oh god. Oh no. Oh my gosh. That poor twisted up human. It got some twisting up and like wow. That does look uncomfortable. Like I wouldn't want to be on the end of that experiment just like ouchies. The Martians are absolutely loving it though. They're like, yeah, look at that human be flailed around. Oh my gosh. Rides are another great way to keep guests entertained and, more importantly, spending. You can recycle unwanted humans in the workshop to create more immersive rides, but for now let's use our new research points to unlock a basic ride from the research facilities menu. Once unlocked, you can build it from the rides menu, then attach a queue for guests to wait in line. Rides also need an attendant to run. Okay, so you can recycle research. Let's use our new research points to unlock a basic ride from research facilities menu. Okay, so we go to research facilities. Okay, this is our unlock. So we need to unlock rides. I would like it to actually have up above it what this is. This is in early access, by the way, so there's still things to be coming with this game. It's just working itself out, but I would definitely like some little bubbles above it just to say what each of these things are. It's probably coming. Oh, there we go. Just click on it. Bouncing bugs. This gentle rocking ride is ideal for the less adventurous guests in the park. Okay, let's unlock that. So then we can go to rides, and we can build... oh, it's a queue. Okay. This gentle rocking ride, bouncing bugs. So build a ride. I reckon we want to have maybe a nice ride near the entrance. And if I remember my old theme park builder style ways, you need to make sure that you leave space for the queue lines. Oh boy, have I made that mistake many a time in the past. So drag a queue from the ride entrance. There we go. Does that go? Oh yeah, I want to put that there. Okay. And do I need paths? Or maybe I don't need to have a line or whatever here. I felt like I would do, but maybe I don't. Oh well, better be safe than sorry. Hire an attendant and assign them to a ride. Okay, so we go up to hiring attendant. So we have this one, which is the advantage of ride ticket sale price plus 20%. And this one increases guest purchase happiness at stalls. So this one is going to be the good one for the ride. So we'll hire them. And boom. Look at him. Look at him there. We've done it. There's a ride open. Rides and amenities deteriorate as they are used and will break down if not maintained. You can use the overlays menu to see the condition of all objects at a glance. Janitors are versatile members of staff who can keep everything in good condition. They'll also clean up after guests, empty bins, repair enclosure breaches, and more. Best hire one now. Alright then. Open the condition overlay. Oh. Oh, heaps of overlays. Cool. That's always handy. So open the condition overlay. And then we need to hire a janitor. So the ones with advantages are Akatarak. Workshop items require 20% fewer specimens. Nyak Natak. Signing fee increased by plus 100%. And then we have Prolak Parlak. Workshop items require 20%. Okay. So either of these dudes should be pretty good. Let's get this one. So hire a janitor. Done. There we go. The beginnings of a half-decent park. Remember, you can click on a quest or human to see more details about what they like, what they're thinking, and what they need. Guess. I keep on confusing the Q's and the G's. Different guests have different preferences, so be sure to build a varied park to appeal to the largest possible audience. You can use the speed toggle next to the park management button. Oh, yeah, up here. Boop, boop. See? To fast forward time if you like to get a move on. Now get to work. Wow. Okay, so that's the basics of setting it up. So I imagine it's going to get quite interesting as far as I'm hoping they have like a career scenario kind of thing going on where you work through like different parks with different, different goals and that sort of thing. I love that for these sorts of games. It's my fave. Oh my gosh, the humans like sit there on their hands and knees and eat with their faces. So, what do we need to do? So we're going to expand the park. Check overall guest happiness in the characters menu. So I think it's this one. And guess. Where is the characters menu then? I mean, I know I can click on it here, but where is it elsewhere? Is it this? Oh, okay. So that's the characters menu up here. So we can check the overall happiness. So we need some more beauty. We need cruelty. We need hunger. We need excitement and thirst. And toilets and value. Okay. They're kind of so-so, but there's definitely some areas that we need to work on. Build 3 types of stool. It's under amenities. And, okay, yep. So let's do a food stall. I might do a little food stall there. So do you need to hire, I assume someone for that, which would be attendants? Yes. So attendants operate rights in stalls to keep guests spending, right? So this one here has a thing. Increases guest purchase happiness at stalls. Right, they're the perfect one that we need for that one. And we'll set the location for them. Ooh, it's like a watermelon avocado. That's what it looks like to me. A watermelon avocado. So then we need another one. So let's have maybe a thirst one. So we need another attendant. And then we need a third stall, which I think should be... I might do some trash. I feel like trash would be a good thing to have. Trash cans would be good things to have around the place. And excitement. Map stall. Ooh, that could be quite... That's like your information sort of style center, right? So I reckon having that near the door would be a good thing. Or the entrance, not the door. George R.R. Martian. Fantastic. Alright, we've done it. We've built 3 types of stall. Now we need to build a storehouse for Martian products. So we have our little area over here. Now, what was that under? Facilities? Storage. Martian storehouse. Oh, I found it. Okay. There we go. And then we'll add in our path. And then we need a porter. Okay, I might get X and Yolek. There we are. Incoming message. Wonder what our message will be. I feel like I want to add some more stuff to my human enclosure as well. That should keep guests occupied. Now time to bring in some more humans. To expand an enclosure, simply select the footprint from the enclosures menu and drag the extension area from the existing enclosure. The larger an enclosure, the more freedom it offers humans. Some humans prefer a lot of space, some prefer a more claustrophobic environment. Okay, so then in that case, I want to delete this path. So is that just simply right click? How do we delete things? Demolition. Alrighty, I got it. So then we go into enclosures, ancient Rome, footprint. Ah, nice. Okay, we've got our new footprint here. Lots of space for our lovely humans. And we've got to place 3 humans, which means we need to go on an expedition. No, expeditions. Ancient Rome, abduction, humans, start expedition. Alright, so that's going to take 1 hour. Off my little fellas go. So while we're doing that, build 5 different amenities for the humans. Oh, great. I wanted to do that anyway, so that's perfect. So let's go into enclosures and ancient Rome. Now, what can we add? Amenities. So we've got our hunger. So let's add our human drink dispenser. Our toilet. So maybe put that down the back. You know, a little bit of privacy. I might add in some more windows as well, I'm thinking. Walls and doors, windows. I'm also thinking we might need some more paths. Oh, we might need another... Oh, yeah. Okay. Because we're putting in a toilet, we need to do another water thing. Ew. Alright. So let's build our loop. We know how to delete the paths now, so we're good to go on that. So, for the water thing, facilities. No, utilities. Water generator. So I'm going to add that to the system. And then we'll add in our pipes. Which go underground to... Yeah. Alright. How many have we done? I'm not too sure. 3? I lost track. So ancient Rome, amenities. So what else can we add? So we've got our hunger, thirst, toilet done. Cleanliness. Oh, they can have a nice shower. I wonder if they need water for that. Yes, they do. So that answered that question, which means we need to go back to utilities, add in another water generator thingy, and then we'll add our pipe that runs from there. There. I think that looks good. So we have our shower, we have toilet, we have all of the things just about. Cleanliness and excitement. We can put them on a hamster wheel. Fantastic. Love that. And then they've got beds as well. Oh, so that's like a chair, and I think that's a bed? They look the same to me. I add some beds in. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, need to move that one. Too close. You're like, they're not running the right way. Yep, I had them the wrong way. Oh. There we go. Hooray! So we're waiting on our expedition to come in, I believe. Acquisitions, expedition, inventory. Okay. So we're going to place 1 human and human number 2. So we've got extra humans. Bing! I wonder what this... Why is there a red line around this? I don't know. Weird. Incoming message. Be alert. With Even with a variety of amenities within their enclosures, humans are prone to escape. Security staff will pacify any escaped humans so that they can be returned to their pens. Maybe best to recruit some now, just in case. Okay, so we go to home. Oh, hang on. We need to build a security center. Facilities? Storehouse security. There we go. Let's put that over in our little area over here. And then we need to hire 3 security guards. Security center has been built. Now our security guards. An active security center available from facilities menu is required to hire security. How do we make that active then? Needs power. Oh! So, utilities. Power generator. I'm guessing that's all that is. And then we need to probably do a power cable. Yeah, okay. Ooh. And that's our power cable. I'm surprised that some of these don't need to be powered. Actually, but anyway. So, okay, we've built our functioning security center. So now we need to hire some security. Let's see. So this one, house decreased by 20%, increases a building's beauty when assigned. Signing fee increased by plus 100%, and walks 20% faster. Well, that sounds good to me. Yolak Macaque, you are hired. So we need to hire 3 anyway. So let's do... Yeah, might as well do that one. The beauty assigned is probably pretty good. And one more, Thalak Macaque or Palak Nyak. Let's do Thalak Macaque. 3 hired. Incoming message. Good. Now that security is in place, we can afford to push the humans a little more. In addition to entertaining guests and generating research points, experiments increase our knowledge about the human's habitat. Knowledge persists through all of your parks and enables more elaborate expeditions to that habitat. Run some experiments now to learn about your humans. So I know that we can actually add in like more of these observation posts. So I'm wondering whether or not we add in a couple more. So that was under facilities, right? Observation posts. If we add in... Oh, you can only add 1. Okay, never mind then. So complete 3 experiments. Research, experiments, ancient Rome. Let's do dismemberment, durability testing. So we need another scientist for that. Okay. So if we add in decreases experiment duration by 30%. Okay, so X and Yak, you are hired, my friend. So we've got 2 scientists in there, which means we can go back to research experiments, click on ancient Rome, and there we go. So we need to add them in. Experiments. Yep, there we go. Now we can do it. Okay, so we're going to do some dismemberment. That doesn't sound very nice. And we've got to complete 3 experiments. Research knowledge level 1 for 1 human habitat. Now we do have a research center staff. So what if we hired another staff for that? What about Akari Natak? Increases the building beauty. Alright, that's fine. So we've got 1 staff attached there. So reach knowledge level 1 for 1 human habitat. So do we know how that info? One day you work out what the habitat level is. What's this? Management? No. Finances. Okay. Net of 85,000 profit. Yes. Reach knowledge level 1. Okay, so where do you get that? Experiments. Oh, okay. So you go into research and you go into experiments and you click on your ancient Rome. Facilities, staff, acquisitions, experiments. Okay. So down the bottom here you've got your knowledge. So that's level 1 down there. and then you can see how many research points you get from doing the experiment. Okay, so we can start that again. Let's have a look at this experiment. Okay, that's the twisty one. So I can't see that it's particularly dismembery at this point. So that's a positive. Maybe it's the same animation for each one. Reward system expedition focus controls. Ooh. So let's go back into research and experiments. Click on there. Experiment in progress. So that's almost finished. Okay. As soon as that's done, we can do our third experiment and see how that goes. I think that's about done. Okay, that's done. So let's try again with... Oh, it's because I was doing durability testing. Oh, boy. Let's start this experiment. Dismemberment. I want to see if the animation's different. So that's twisty. Oh. Oh. Yes. Yes, the animation is very different. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Yucky. Okay. Oh, boy. Well, good to know that that has a very different animation with that one. Oh, boy. If you're a little squeamish, that might not be the best thing to look at in detail. Yay! We've completed our 3 experiments. And time to claim our reward. So, get that from the mission section. Ah, okay. Set the purpose of an expedition to abduct humans, decor, or both. Okay. Incoming message. Fascinating creatures. Perhaps there is more to them than their simple ways and repulsive appearance after all. Additional options have been unlocked in the expeditions menu. You can now change the focus of an expedition to capture decor and reappropriate it for use within the enclosures. Humans prefer Earth decor with their habitat happiness depending on what's around them. Well, I'm going to wrap things up there for today. It has been fantastic. I've really enjoyed that. And if you guys are really interested in seeing me play a little bit more of this game, let me know in the comments below, because I'd love to know what you guys think. I've had a blast with this. I thought it was a lot of fun. So if you like builder games where you're like building theme parks, things like Planet Zoo, Roller Coaster Tycoon, Zoo Tycoon, games like that, and also SteamWorld Build. Slightly different from that. I think it's more park orientated than it is like your residentials and stuff, but you know, that same sort of look to it. Then I think you're going to really enjoy it. It's a really fun theme, and I've had a lot of fun. And so thank you again to Keymailer for providing me with this free code to basically review a copy of this product. My reviewers, I really liked it. Thumbs up. I'm going to play this more because I had a blast with it. I think the concept's really fun, and the mechanics seem really good as well. So I'm very happy with it. And if you go down to the link below, there's a link to the game. Hopefully you can enjoy it, and let me know if you do end up playing it, what you think of it. I would love to know. But yeah, if you do want to see me play this a little bit more on the channel, give me a heads up in the chat. Give me a little bit of a hint about what you'd like to see, and I'll play it a little bit more because I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys did too. Thanks for watching. Remember, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you next time around. Bye!